So we are going to start facing the tall side of the chair. So just to center and ground, hands on the chair just to give you a little feeling of connection point. And then just a nice wide stance, feet fairly even on the ground. If it feels comfortable to do so, close your eyes down for a second, wriggle out your shoulders, make sure everything feels like it's in a nice, good, just quiet position. There's no need to effort here too much. And if you're finding effort, readjust anything that you need to. And then once you feel like you've got a fairly stable position standing in front of the chair, we're going to bring awareness right down to the feet. So I want you to push into your big toe, draw your arches of your feet upward, and then relax your arches back down. And then we'll do that again. Push into your big toes, draw the arches of your feet upward, and then relax them back down. And do that again. Push into the big toes, draw your arches upward, and then relax them back down. And now shift your weight just over slightly to your left foot. So you're finding kind of that blade edge of your foot. And then shift your weight over to the right foot and find the blade edge of your foot. Shift back over to the left. And then back over to the right. And we're going to do that one more time each side. Shift over to the left. Shift over to the right. And then we're going to take it into a lean forward and back. So you're going to bring the weight slightly into your toes and then slightly into your heels. And here, allow the chair to be a little bit of a support so you can really take it forward a little bit. So you're going to press into your toes and then lean back into your heels just a little bit. Press into your toes, lean back a little bit, and then see if you can find that central location. So not too far to the left or to the right, not too far forward or back. And then once you found it, we're just going to start to pop the heel. So one heel is going to lift and then the other, and we're just going to move through the ankle joint. And as you move through the ankle joint, think about pressing the ball of your foot down into the ground so you feel a little gentle stretch, maybe in the toes or through the bottom of your feet. Awesome. One more time each side. And then with both feet nice and solid on the ground, eyes closed or soften your gaze, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. See if you can bring your head, your heart, your hips, and your heels in one line. And then take a nice, generous inhale, fill your lungs up. Slow but natural exhale. Inhale a nice deep breath, fill your lungs up. Slow but natural exhale. One more breath. Nice. And then from here, moving forward, side, back, side, we're going to start to take our body in sort of a little circle. So just imagine that you're kind of circling the whole upright position of your body, and you're just finding the toes, the blade edge and the arch of the foot, both heels, and then the other blade edge and the arch of the foot. So we're circling one direction and just feeling your feet, that gentle bit of movement in the ankles, and then just tune in here. How do your knees feel? Are you feeling anything in your hips? And there's no right or wrong, but we just want to kind of get a sense. Finding that foundation at our feet. Go one more time around in this direction, and then take it and go the other way. So we bring it to the blade edge in the instep, and then back of the heels over to the other side and around to the toes and the balls of the feet. Nice. One more circle around in this direction. And then we're going to walk back to a down dog position, but a soft down dog position. So walk your legs back, reach your arms nice and long, and then bend your knees a lot. Like you're trying to push your butt back past your heels, but your knees are trying to go past your toes. So once you found that super generous bend in your knees, let your chest drop down just a little bit, and then just take some soft and light bending of the knees. So you're going to dip your knees down just a little bit further, and then only bring them back to that bent knee position. So we're not trying to straighten the legs at all. Bend your knees a little bit more, and then soften them. Two more just like that. Cool. And then when you're ready, lift your gaze, walk yourself forward, and we're going to turn sideways. So left hand or right hand doesn't matter because we're going to do both sides, but just find a sideways position on your chair so that the outer leg is free. And then once you found that, we're just going to pick the knee up and draw it in a couple of circles, go in one direction. Notice how that feels. If you're feeling anything clicking, maybe make it smaller to start. And then if it's feeling good, things are starting to loosen up, maybe make it just a little bit bigger, but don't go to a point where you're feeling anything catching or clicking. If it's catching or clicking, make it a little bit smaller and a little bit more mindful. Nice. One more time in this direction, and then we're going to go the other way. So stay with that knee, but draw some gentle circles. Notice how that feels. And then if you pick up a little bit of gumminess in the hip, then make the circle bigger. But if it clicks or if it's catching, then make it small again. Cool. One more circle around, and then we're going to take that outer foot, step it over and across the other foot that's down on the ground. Line up your pinky toes, and we're just going to come to a halfway point. So you're going to fold yourself forward just a little bit. So you're leaning your heart forward, gazing down at the floor, but you're maybe at that halfway point, just that little hip hinge. And then soften your heart just a little bit. And then the inside hip, the hip that's closer to the chair, just reach that hip towards the chair, and then reach that hip away just a little bit. So it's a little micro movement, a little turn of your hip towards the chair, a little turn of your hip away. And one more just like that. Turn your hip slightly towards the chair, turn it away. And then as you come back to that central location, see if you can just fold a little bit further. Doesn't matter if you touch your toes or anything like that, but just soften through the back of your body, soften through the back of your legs. Take one more breath. And then come up nice and slow. So softness in your knees as you pull up from the abdominal muscles. And then the hand that's towards the outside, we're going to reach that hand up alongside the ear, find a nice side bend. So we're leaning in towards the back of the chair. Take a nice big breath. Wonderful. And then lift up nice and slow, step that foot off, and we're going to take it to the other side. So I'm going to move my chair, but you can just spin yourself around if that feels good to do so. Find your handhold first. And then once you're there, we're going to pick up that outer leg and start to draw some small circles, drawing in one direction. Keep it small to start. Notice how everything's feeling. If you're picking up any clicking, and one side might be completely different than the other. So make sure that you be mindful of the side that you're working in and don't try to go to any extreme that your body does not like. If it's feeling good, widen the circle. But if anything goes wrong, it gets mischievous with those big circles, make it small. Nice. One more time around in this direction, and then we're going to take our circles, go the other way. If it feels good to do so, make your circles just a little bit bigger. Cool. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that leg, step it over and across. And then once you found your way there, we're going to find that halfway point. So we're folding over just halfway. So your heart is leaning towards the floor. And then once you found it, rock your hips just a little bit side to side. Awesome. One more little rock side to side, and then you're going to fold forward just a little bit deeper, just going to a depth that feels appropriate to you. Beautiful. Come up nice and slow. Use your abdominal muscles to help control that lifting up sensation. And then that arm that's away from the chair, reach it up alongside the ear, lean into the chair, find a nice side bend, take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then when you're ready, lift up with control, step that foot off, give everything a little bounce, a little wiggle, and then turn back around so that you're facing the tall side of the chair. Now we're going to come back to that down dog position, walk your legs back, and this time less of a bend in the knees. So think about pushing your butt down and back and pushing your heels down into the ground. Take one more breath. Soften your knees, lift your gaze. We're going to walk forward slightly, step your right foot up, and then step your left foot back so you find a little bit of a lunge. But we're going to keep that back heel lifted and the hips are squared, facing towards the front of the chair. Right hand's going to stay on the chair. Left hand's going to reach up alongside your ear, lift your chest slightly, lift your gaze, and then release that hand down, and we're going to switch our feet. So step your right foot back, step your left foot forward, find the lunge that feels appropriate. Back heel is lifted. Once you feel like you're there, hips squared up, reach your right hand up, look up towards the sky, take a nice big breath. Nice, and then when you're ready, release that hand to the chair, step that front foot back to meet the other, back to that down dog shape, reaching back through the butt, let your head drop down between your arms, take a nice deep inhale. And then when you're ready, soften your knees, lift your gaze, walk yourself forward, and then we're gonna spin the chair around so that we can find a seated position. So you move in any way that feels right to you. And then we're going to sit nice and close to the front end of the chair. So butt coming towards the front end of the chair, but your feet are nice and firm on the ground. Once you found your way there, we're going to take it right into a seated twist. So right hand's going to find the left knee, left handed to the low side of the chair, tall side of the chair, whatever works best in your chair. Find that rotation and then take 3 nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. When you're ready, release and take your twist over to the other side. Catch hold of your knee. Use that for a little bit of leverage. And then low side or tall side of the chair, that's totally up to you. Nice. And then when you're ready, release, come back to center. Now we're going to pick up the left leg. So we're going to make a little basket weave, getting that nice firm handhold. So the arms are going to do a little bit of the heavy lifting. Take your knee, draw it in circles, go in one direction. And then take your knee, draw it in circles, go the other way. Nice. And then bring it back to center. And we're going to keep that firm handhold with the leg and floss the back of the leg. So as you inhale, you're going to lift the foot, flex your foot, lift your chin, exhale and soften everything down in a slight tuck to the chin. Inhale, lift your foot, flex your foot, lift your chin. Exhale and soften down. One more just like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to soften down. And then lift your chin to a neutral position. And now we're going to switch our handhold. So left hand to the left knee, swing that knee out to the side, and then circle your foot in one direction. Circle your foot the other way. And then keeping that leg in an external rotation. Take your knee, draw it in circles, but the hand does the work. So draw your knees in circles, go in one direction. Just make sure it feels comfortable. There's no clicking or catching going on. And then take that knee, draw it in circles, go the other way. Awesome. And then when you're ready, bring that knee back in, catch both hands on that top of that knee, pull it up to your chest, and then tuck your nose towards your knee. Take a nice big inhale. Slow exhale. And then we're going to release that leg nice and long. So reach the leg out in front of you, flex your foot. You can micro bend the knee. Take a nice big breath. Reach up, think up and over as you reach towards your foot. Does not matter if you touch your foot, but we just want to find a nice gentle stretch through the back of the leg. Take a nice big breath in. Slow breath out. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow, slide that leg in, pause just for a moment, close your eyes down. Notice how one side might feel totally different than the other. And then when you feel like you're ready, eyes open, catch hold of the other leg, pick that leg up, make that nice basket weave, take that knee, draw it in circles, go in one direction. Beautiful, take that knee and draw it in circles, go the other way. Nice, and then bring that knee back to that central location, keep that handhold, floss the back of the leg, flex the foot, lift your chin, and then exhale, release it down, slight tuck of the chin. Inhale, lift your foot, flex your foot, lift your chin. Exhale and soften it down. One more just like that. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to soften down. And then head comes to a neutral position. Switch your handhold, so catch hold of the knee. Take it out to the side. Circle your foot in one direction. And then circle your foot the other way. Nice. And then foot comes to stillness. Take that knee, draw it in circles, go in one direction. Doesn't matter how big your circles are. You just want to make sure that it's feeling comfortable in the hip joint. Beautiful. And then take that knee, draw it in circles, go the other way. Nice. And then when you're ready, pull that knee back in, get a little hug of that knee up towards the chest, drop your nose towards your knee, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then release that leg nice and long, a little flex in the foot, straightening that leg just as much as feels good, but you can micro bend the knee, lift and think up and over as you exhale, reach towards your foot. Does not matter if you touch your foot. Awesome. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently, mindfully, bring it all back up and in. And now we're going to start some little steps. You're going to step one foot out nice and wide and then the other. So it's just a slight pickup of the leg, swing it out to the side, step it right back in. Beautiful. And now the next time you step that left foot out, keep it there, think up and over. So we're going to lift the ribs up and away from the thigh and bring your elbow down to your knee. Other arm is going to extend up, take a nice big side bend, pull that top thumb back, gaze up towards the sky, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then release, lifting yourself back up, step that foot in, take it to the other side. Leg steps out at that 90-degree angle, think up and over. So we lift the ribs away from the thighs, the elbow comes down, top arm reaches up, pull that top thumb back, gaze up towards the sky, take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then when you're ready, lift up, step that foot in. We're going to come back to that left leg. So we're going to pick the leg up, catch the heel, catch the knee, rock the leg a little bit side to side. Beautiful. One more little rock side to side. And then we're going to rest that leg across the knee if that's available. And then once you've got that, we're going to work on the foot. So we're just going to take a little claw grab hold of the tops of the toes. Let your hand do the work. Move your foot in circles, go in one direction. And then let your hand do the work. Move your foot in circles, go the other way. Wonderful. And then we're going to take our hand like we're wringing out a dish towel. So we're just going to wring out the foot, twisting and turning, moving up towards the ankle joint, twisting and turning, moving down towards the toes. And just take it at a depth that feels comfortable. So just make sure that you're not injuring yourself, but you can move that tissue just as much as feels right. Awesome. One more little twist and turn of that foot up and down. Brush off any foot stuff you may have come across. And then we're going to move up to the calf. So same maneuver, like you're wringing out a dish towel. You're going to take the tissue of the calf, twisting and turning, moving up towards the knee joint, and then twisting and turning as you move back down towards the ankle. Nice. One more twist and turn up and down. And then we're just going to rotate torso slightly towards the knee, draw the knee up towards your chest, and then push your knee away. Draw your knee up towards your chest, push your knee away. One more just like that. Pull the knee up towards the chest, push the knee away, and then rotate your heart back so it's facing towards your shin, and then lean your heart forward just a little bit, and then right away, inhale, come right back up to a nice tall spine. Nice. Exhale, lean your heart forward just a little bit. Inhale and come right back up. Exhale and lean your heart forward. Inhale to come up, and then help that leg come up and off, set it down onto the ground. Take a couple of gentle windshield wipers, just kind of notice, you might feel a little bit of extra heat or a little gumminess in the hip, and just notice one side might feel a little different than the other. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it all to the other side. So we're going to pick up the knee, pick up the heel, rock that leg a little bit like a baby. Awesome. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it across the leg into that figure four position. Get your little claw grab, catch hold of the tops of your toes, take your foot, draw it in circles, go in one direction. Nice. And then take your foot and draw it in circles, go the other way. Awesome. And then we're going to do our little towel ring out. So we're just going to twist and turn, moving up towards the toes and then down towards the ankle, twisting and turning just as much as feels appropriate to you. Beautiful. One more little twist up and down. And then we're going to move up to the calf and we're going to do that same maneuver. So like you're wringing out a dish towel, you're just going to twist and turn, moving up towards the knee and then back down towards the ankle. Beautiful. One more little twist up and down. And then when you're ready, rotate slightly towards your knee, draw your knee up towards your chest, and then push your knee away. Draw your knee slightly towards your chest, and then push your knee away. One more just like that. Pull the knee up towards your chest, and then push the knee away. Nice. And then rotate heart back to center, lean your heart forward just a little bit. Inhale and come right back up. Exhale and lean your heart forward. Inhale to come up. One more time. Exhale, lean your heart forward. Inhale to come up. And then set that foot down onto the ground. Give your knees a little windshield wiper action. Beautiful. One more little swish of those knees side to side, and then find your way into a mountain pose. Feet about hip or shoulder distance apart, feet nice and firm on the ground, anchoring. So imagine you're pushing into your feet, pushing into your sits bones, and then lifting up through the crown of your head. Bring a little energy down into your fingers, and then just for a moment here, close your eyes down, take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. When you feel ready, open your eyes. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, look to the sky. Exhale and fold forward, reaching down toward your toes. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up through the spine, roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears, roll them around, down and back, come back to mountain pose. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, pull the abdominal muscles in, roll up through the spine, roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down and back. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, pull the abdominal muscles in, roll up through the spine, roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down and back. And then we're going to take the left arm, bring it across the body, grab the back of the arm, drop your shoulder down away from your ear. And then once you found your way here, just take a couple of gentle nods of your head up and down. One more nod of the head up and down. And then as your head comes to neutral, release that arm, take it to the other side. Bring the other arm across, catch the back of the arm, drop your shoulder down away from your ear just to create that little bit of space. And then once you've found it, come back to the nodding of the head up and down. Nice. One more nod of your head up and down. And then as your head comes to neutral, release, we're going to interlace both fingers, flip the palms, press them forward, drop the shoulders down, make a little space, make sure your shoulders find that nice happy groove. And then once you've found it, press the palms up and overhead. And then if you need to, widen the elbows, find that snuggly place for the shoulders. And then once you've found it, press the palms up and overhead, pull the abdominal muscles in slightly, take a nice big inhale, slow exhale. And then unlace your fingers, float your hands down, take 3 good shrugs of the shoulders going in one direction. And then take those shrugs of the shoulders and go in the other direction. Beautiful. And then once you feel like you've got your shoulders shrugged out, we're going to come back to that twisting and turning maneuver, but we're just going to switch the handhold a little bit. So we're going to get a firm hold of the thigh and then just pull the thigh muscle tissue in one direction and then the other. So we're twisting the thigh muscle up towards the hip point and then back down towards the knee. And what we want to do is you might feel the fabric of your clothes move. You might feel the skin move. You might feel the connective tissue move. You might feel your muscles move, but you want to keep your muscles fairly loose if you can. Nice. Take one more twist and turn up and down, and then pause just for a moment. Notice both legs. Notice how one side might feel a little bit warmer than the other. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it to the other leg. So we're going to find that nice handhold, twisting and turning. So we're just trying to turn the muscle and connective tissue on the bones. The bone stays fairly stable. Beautiful. One more twist and turn up and down. And then as you complete that, we're going to come back to the left leg. So we're going to pick that knee up, find the heel, externally rotate, bring it across into that figure 4 position, lean your heart forward to a depth that feels appropriate to you. And then once you found it, see if you can invite some softness into the outer edge of your thigh, some softness into your knee. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. 2 more cycles of breath. Awesome. And then when you're ready, lift up through the top of your head, let your heart follow, and then hands free. So we're going to try and pick that leg up off the knee and then release it down. Pick the leg up off the knee. Does not matter how high it goes, but we just want to find that engagement in the inner thigh and the outer edge of your thigh. Pick the leg up, release it down. Do that one more time just to see if you can find it. Nice. And then with your hands, help lift that leg off. Give that knee a little swish. Make sure it feels okay. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So pick up your knee, pick up your heel, bring it into that figure 4 position. And then once you're there, lean your heart forward to a depth that feels appropriate to you. And then once you've found a good depth, soften through the outer edge of your hip, soften your knee, soften your jaw. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, come up through the top of your head, let your heart follow, and then hands free if you can. Try to find that lift of the leg away from your thigh and then release. Lift up, does not matter how high you go. We just want to find that engagement and then release. One more just like that, lift up and then release. Nice. And then use your hands, pick that leg up, give everything a little swish. Make sure your knees feel good, your hips feel good, everything feels pretty happy. And then scoot your butt back just a little bit so your butt's finding that center of the chair, but we still have that nice tall upright spine. Once you're there, drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Take it to the other side. Lift your head through center, dropping your right ear over to your right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. As you inhale, bring your head up to center, and then we're going to turn the head to the left, like you're looking over your shoulder. So an active position, hold that active head turn. Take a nice big breath in. Slow breath out. Keep the head turned in that direction, but now we're just going to slightly tuck the chin down towards the shoulder and then lift the chin slightly. Tuck your chin slightly down and then lift your chin slightly. One more like that. Tuck your chin slightly down. Lift your chin slightly and then bring your chin back to that neutral position. Turn your head, look over the other shoulder. So first turn is the active position, looking over the shoulder. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then keeping the head turned to that side, but now we're just nodding the head up and down. So a slight tilt of the chin and a slight lift of the chin. One more time on this side. And then as your head comes back to that neutral location, turn your head back to front. And then we're going to draw little 1-inch circles in the air with the nose. Small, super gentle, mindful movement. So it's not a big crank of the head. We're making those small, gentle circles. And then here, if it feels good to do so, or you know where you're going, close your eyes down. Start to invite some softness into your jaw, into the side of your neck. your cheekbones, your temples. Take one more gentle turn in this direction and then go the other way. Super small, super gentle, super mindful, just little 1-inch circles. Nice. One more circle around. And then when you're ready, let your head come to a neutral position, eyes closed, scoot your butt way back into your chair, let your back find the back of the chair, and then let everything snuggle into place. Let your feet find a happy position that they can soften into. Let your legs get nice and heavy in your seat. Let your back and your shoulders get nice and cozy back into your chair. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Gently wake up the fingers and wake up your toes. Invite just a little bit of movement into your ankles and into your wrists. And then start to lift your back away from your seat, keeping your eyes closed if you can. Walk your butt forward in your chair just so that your butt finds the center of your seat and then your feet are nice and firm on the ground. And then once you've found your way there, if you can, keeping your eyes closed, slide your hands forward, catch hold of your knees. And we're going to take 3 cat-cow breaths here. As you inhale, gently lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. And as you exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, tuck your chin into your chest. Keeping your eyes closed if you can, just so you can pay attention to sensation. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your chin. Exhale to round your back. And one more just like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. And then as you inhale to a nice neutral spine, open your eyes up, and then we're just going to move our lymphatic fluid a little bit to finish our practice. So hands to the outsides of the thighs. Put a gentle pressure on. Glide your hands down the outsides of the legs, across the tops of the feet, up the insides of the legs to your belly. Give your belly a little rub. And then do that again. Slide your hands down the outsides of the legs, across the tops of the feet, up the insides of the legs to your belly. Give your belly a little rub. Nice. One more time here. Hands to the outsides of the thighs, glide down, across the tops of the feet, up the insides of the legs to the belly. Give the belly a little rub. Beautiful. And then we're going to make light little fists. So like you're making your little tiger paws, and you're going to take your tiger paws and just brush down the side of the body. Almost imagine that there's little bits of lint or something that you're just kind of trying to remove off the sides of your clothes and brush down. And then once you hit that little hip point, just push it all off and away. Beautiful. One more time down the side of the body, and then we're going to take it up the outside of the arm and down the in. So again, that gentle pressure as you glide the hand up and then move the hand down. One more time up and down, and then take it right over to the other arm, up the outside of the arm and down the in. Beautiful. One more time, up and down. And then we're going to bring our hands together, fire up the palms, get them nice and good and hot. And then we're going to open the hands up like a book, reach up and overhead, find the space between the shoulder blades or the back of the neck, and then glide your hands forward towards your heart, flick them out, bring them back together, fire up your palms, get them nice and warm. Open up your hands like a book, reach them up and overhead, finding the space between the shoulder blades or the back of the neck, and then gently glide your hands toward your heart, flick them out, and then bring them back together one last time. Fire up those palms, get them nice and good and hot. Open your hands up like a book, reach up and overhead. Find the space between your shoulder blades, glide your hands toward your heart, flick them out, and then bring both hands to stack right on top of your heart. Eyes closed down if that feels right. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. Another generous inhale, breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. Take one more nice big inhale, and as you exhale, think about letting your shoulders and your jaw soften. And imagine letting go of anything you're holding on to that won't serve you through the rest of your day. And when you feel ready, gently lift up through the top of your head, gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy Wednesday.